pass by, excuse me. How is everyone this glorious day? Are you feeling good? I'm feeling good. I'm ready to celebrate. How about you? All right, welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz, for those of you who may not know me, and I'm the senior minister here, and yeah, we do celebrate. We have a good time. If you want to move your body, this is a little more of a mellow song, but if you still want to move your body, feel free to do so. Gonna wash the dust off my soul. Gonna listen to some rock and roll. No cares, come what may. I'm making it a beautiful day.
Gonna drive my car to the sea. Swim out far, 'cause I believe that the waves will wash the gray away. I'm making it a beautiful day.
But let me hear you say, oh, oh, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. Gonna climb that hill behind my house, see what this place is all about. 'Cause from above it all, you can't help but say, it's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. But let me hear you say, oh, oh, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. Gonna turn my enemies into friends. What's broken gets stronger when it mends. When we all come together, this song will play. We'll sing, it's a beautiful day. And it's gonna be a beautiful day. Oh, oh, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Let's make it a beautiful day. Yeah. Well, we are in charge of making it a beautiful day, so what a great way to start off our glorious Sunday celebration. Welcome once again. So delighted to share this time with you, to look out upon this magnificent community and see the faces of God in every single face I see. That's how I choose to live my life, to recognize God in every single person I encounter. And that's all of you, because we're encountering each other, right? Yes. I haven't said this for a while, but I'm going to bring it back today and say, you may not believe everything you hear today. Ah, shocker. Right? Well, I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to express the tenets of the New Thought spiritual philosophy. You get to decide what to do with them and whether or not you will put them into practice in your life. I can't force you to do anything, much to my chagrin. No, I'm just joking about that. The reason I say this, though, is today one of the focuses for me today is on the fifth principle of unity, and that is really grounded in the concept of choice and action in our lives. And so that's why I really wanted to remind us that you get to choose. You get to choose how your life unfolds. Now, we do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson. I would love for us as a community to state out loud first these words of our vision statement. Let's say this together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The vision is a manner in which we may choose to see the world. The mission are steps that we can apply to allow that vision to come into expression. So let us state out loud these words of our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Just take that in for a moment. Breathe into those ideas. What does it mean to activate from the place of choice these ideas? To love only. How do I activate love only in life? It is a choice. And the same with forgive everything. How do I activate forgiveness as part of my path in living? Just considering that for a moment. Reminding myself that it is a choice. How do I activate remembering who I am in every moment? And in remembering who I am, what does that bring about in the experience and expression of life? And it is a choice. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. One of the active choices that I make in my life is to live from the point of view of gratitude in all things. And I want to express for gratitude moment today the work of the incredible board of directors of this community. The board works very much in many ways, in ways that you do not see, but I think that are ultimately felt in terms of how this community thrives, not just survives, but thrives as a spiritual community. And I'm so deeply grateful to every single person who serves on the board. And you know, if you are here for the annual meeting following the celebration today, you're going to hear a lot about what the board has been up to and how they are supporting and serving you. So I do encourage you to stay for the annual meeting after the celebration today. But thank you so much to the entire board here at Unity of Tucson. I also want to say hello to everybody who's watching us online. Big shout out to you, especially if you're watching us for the very first time, whether you're watching live this Sunday morning or watching another time in the archives. I want you to know that your presence is felt as part of this experience. And if you go to unitytucson.com/connect, fill out some information there, we can allow this conversation to continue to unfold. And if you're here with us in the room for the first time, I want to also extend a special welcome to you, as we do every Sunday, extending that welcome. As you are coming in, you may have been invited to receive a gift, and if you did not receive that gift, it is available to you at the completion of today's celebration, so please do pick one up at the welcome table, which will be in Harmony Hall when we have our potluck today. But there is something else that we like to share with those who are here for the first time. And so if you are comfortable with identifying yourself as someone joining us for the first time, would you please either stand up or raise your hand? Is there anyone joining us for the first time? Welcome. Grateful to have you here. Such a pleasure, such an honor to have you join us. And here's what we would like to share with you, shall we? Let's say this together. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. And I'm so grateful that you're shining your light, sharing your magnificence, and I think that we should all exclaim for ourselves our own sense of magnificence. Let us all say this together, shall we? I am magnificent. Does that feel good? Yes. Sure feels good to me. Yes. Well, we are... it is always an honor to engage in a ceremony that we've adopted here called Lighting the Flames of Faith. It honors all the faith traditions of the world. We've changed it up a little bit this month. We're going to start changing it up a little bit on a quarterly basis. This month, we're going to be expressing the founding principles of each tradition and honoring those principles. And so, here to guide us in the ceremony today are today's Keepers of the Flames, Diane Christie and Lorraine Pritz.
Good morning. We light a candle for the Tao, which teaches the purpose of life is inner harmony, peace, and longevity, achieved by living in accordance with the Tao. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, which teaches that through a close relationship with the natural world, one gains guidance, support, and wisdom to live their best life. We light a candle for Hinduism, which teaches that we are able to escape bondage, ignorance, and a state of illusion through multiple experiences of life. Each life leads us closer to enlightenment. We light a candle for Judaism, which teaches the highest calling is to obey the commandments of God and to live ethically according to law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, which teaches the purpose of life is to avoid suffering and gain enlightenment. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, which teaches salvation from sin through faith in Christ, through sacraments, and through good works. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, which teaches that through surrender to the will of God, one will gain paradise. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, which teaches that the soul is eternal and essentially good, and that the purpose of life is to develop spiritually and draw closer to God. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, which teaches the divinity of all creation, the supremacy of thought over matter, and that through a law of cause and effect, one creates the circumstances of their life. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. This final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experiences. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Diane. This candle here, as most of us know, is the peace candle, which we do keep consistently illuminated as a reflection of the peace within each and every one of us. And as we allow our inner peace to inform every aspect of our lives, then right where we are creating a more peaceful world. So let's honor that understanding by sharing together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. Let's just take a moment for reflection, allowing ourselves to be fully present in the here and now, easeful and gentle. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love. And here to guide us with a reading to guide us in this month's new affirmation and also in prayer, will you please welcome Glorious Prayer Chaplain Sandy Solomon.
Good morning. And you are truly magnificent. So our new theme for this month is presence, the divine presence. And I have selected a poem for this morning. And the poem was written by James Dillard Freeman. And the ones of us that are from Unity circles are familiar with James. He actually had a career in Unity for over 70 years. Now you may be thinking, how do you do that? Well, you start when you're in college, and he got a job at Unity Village during the summer in 1929, and the person that hired him was co-founder of Unity, Myrtle Fillmore. Isn't that interesting? And so through his years, he became director of ministerial training and director of Silent Unity, but he is probably best known for his poetry. We say here at the end of every service the prayer for protection. It's an inspired version of that poem. But what I think is interesting is Buzz Aldrin on the Apollo 11 moon mission took a copy of that for his inspiration on that mission. And then what I'm going to be reading today is I Am There. And this copy of this was left on the moon. It was taken by Apollo 15 and was left in a time capsule. So, enjoy. I'm at this wonderful point that I never know whether I'm going to need these or not, but I do. All right. I am there. Do you need me? I am there. You cannot see me, yet I am the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I am the power at work in your hands. I am at work, though you do not understand my ways. I am at work, though you do not recognize my works. I am not strange visions. I am not mysteries. Only an absolute stillness beyond self can you know me as I am, and then but as a feeling and a faith. Yet I am there, yet I hear, yet I answer. When you need me, I am there. Even if you deny me, I am there. Even when you feel most alone, I am there. Even in your fears, I am there. Even in your pain, I am there. I am there when you pray and when you do not pray. I am in you, and you are in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate from me, for only in your mind are the myths of yours and mine. Yet only with your mind can you know me and experience me. Empty your heart of empty fears. When you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all. I am in all. Though you may not see the good, good is there. I am there. I am there because I have to be, because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world go forward. I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of the living cells are founded. I am the love that the law's fulfilling. I am the assurance. I am the peace. I am oneness. I am the law that you can live by. I am the love that you can cling to. I am your assurance. I am your peace. I am one with you. I am. Though you fail to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith in me is unsure, my faith in you never wavers, because I know you, because I love you. Beloved, I am there. Just let that sink in. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a very moving poem. Wherever it took you, that was perfect. Just absolutely perfect. All right. And so now we're going to go on with our affirmation. And we have a wonderful new affirmation on presence. And it was written by one of our wonderful prayer chaplains, Elizabeth Queen Worrall. And is Elizabeth here? She may not be. I haven't seen her. Well, anyway, when you see her, give her a big hug. Thank her. There she is. Oh, there she is. You changed places. So do say thank you to her. Yes. So I'm going to say it once. Just allow it. Just breathe in. And then we're going to say it together twice. Okay? All right. Presence. Divine presence in me guides my inner journey, fulfilling my divine purpose. So now let's say it together. Together. Divine presence in me guides my inner journey, fulfilling my divine purpose. Again. Divine presence in me guides my inner journey, fulfilling my divine purpose. All right. And so now, please join me in prayer. I invite us to enter this now moment and allow ourselves to go deeper within our own internal being. And from this place of peace, this place of knowing, I affirm God, the divine presence, is infinite. Nothing outside this infinity. The presence is all, in and as all. We are that presence. And I know this is my truth. And I know that each one of us can resonate deeply with our own truth. We are. We are the wholeness. We are the completeness of this presence. This presence flows around and through and as us. I know, I affirm, I claim that I am this presence. And so when I get afraid, when I get angry, when I get confused, I stop and I go within and I open to this presence that is me. And from this presence of unconditional love, I hold the world as my beloved community. And I am in awe of all the ways, all the languages, all the colors, all the cultures of this beloved community show up. And I know that we are created to live in peace, to live in love, and support one another. This I know. Because we are the citizens of divinity. Presence is, we are one. And I am so grateful for these teachings. I am so grateful for this beautiful, beloved community, because I walk through these doors and I am supported and I am safe. And I hold that this is the reality, the divine reality for everyone. And I release this prayer as law, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Sandy. Woo, indeed.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. So grateful for you. Thank you. It is such a delight when the person who has agreed to offer our featured song today agrees to offer a featured song, and I am so glad that she said yes. Will you please welcome Linda Ackerman?
Thank you. Anything is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. it in one way, mess up. People always say to me, give up. I never had enough thing to believe where I can feel other people feeling me. But I gotta say, what I gotta pray, believing and living this life in every single way. Got a bunch of game, but it's not a sweepstakes. Got a bunch of love versus money in the bank. Anything is possible when I go and jump the highest obstacle. Unexpected, audible, or foxtrot, hopscotch, pace, feed the right spot. Thoughts are the key, like the belief in me, and just to never give up. I believe in me. I believe in you. When we believe in each other, there ain't nothing we can do, because anything is possible when we believe. Anything is possible when we believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself. Thank you.
Linda Ackerman.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And so it is. Let's go home. I mean, yeah. Oh, wow. So I'm having a moment because what I had planned to do does not fit the vibe. And so I'm going to punt a little bit. I used a sports metaphor, I'm just pointing that out. Okay. Yeah. You know, our bodies are here, right? Can we all agree that our bodies are here? And I think that right in this moment, our attention is here, right in this present moment. I think it's real easy to experience the presence as the present in the experience the presence as the presence in the present whenever we're here. Right? But when I leave this place, sometimes, where does my attention go? Where does my attention go? Presence is a vibe. Presence is a vibe, and it is a spiritual practice. And we are vibing in that spiritual practice today, aren't we? Ooh, yeah. It's a spiritual practice that changes our perception of life. And that's really the point that this whole month is going to be about. As we engage in the practicing the presence, one of the great books that I studied in becoming a spiritual leader was a book called Practicing the Presence. And it's really about really deeply shifting our attention from all the stuff to remember the truth of our being, to remember who we are at all times. I think it's important also to remember that presence, considering presence, it's not just about the calm, meditative times. Presence is conscious participation in life, right where we are. I was very present in the experience of that song, right? So it's not just about I'm going to meditate now and practice the presence. It's about understanding that I am the presence in every single moment, in every single expression, in every single interaction, choosing to be the presence. So presence is not just about calm. This spiritual life that we talk about here, the spiritual practice that we talk about, let us move beyond theory. It is not lived in theory. It is lived in real time, here and now. And that is my encouragement always. If this spiritual philosophy is not made practical, then what's the point? I want us to practice this in a practical way in every single moment of our lives. That's my desire. Remember, I want us, I said, but you get to decide how you will put it to practice in your life. That's entirely up to you. But I'll tell you what, the reason I desire for us to put it into practice consistently is because it's enhanced the quality of my life. And I think that it can do the same for every single person. I really do believe that. So, presence is a gift, absolutely. Presence, now there's a way that I want to also define the notion of presence. Presence is attention coupled with, well, I guess there's three parts to this, so it's not coupled with, but presence is attention combined with, there we go, openness and responsiveness. I find myself more openly responsive to address the things that come up in my life when I am approaching from the point of view of attentive presence thinking. What that means is when I know who I am, then I am better equipped to address the things that happen in my life. Now, the things that happen in my life are twofold. There are things that my thoughts, my beliefs, and the combination of those thoughts and beliefs through the feeling tone are creating in my life. But you know what? There are things that happen in my sphere that I didn't create. Now, some people may say, well, that is contrary to the New Thought teaching. I don't think so. There are things that happen that I did not create, because we also live within a collective consciousness, and so there's lots of creation happening all around us. People are creative. That's a great thing. We are all creative aspects of the divine. And so when something happens in my sphere that I can observe, I am empowered through presence to address my relationship to it, to determine if it is what my appropriate response will be to that experience. And it's all rooted in choice. It's all rooted in choice. How will I choose to live from this point of view today? The fifth principle that we teach in Unity, and this is the fifth Sunday of the month. I've been talking about the 5 principles essentially every single week. So I'm going to review them once again. The first principle is God is all there is. The second principle is that is who and what we are. The third principle is thoughts and beliefs and feelings are creative. The fourth principle is prayer and meditation are the practical tools we teach to guide those thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. And the fifth principle is this: it is a choice to live from and activate this spiritual teaching beyond an intellectual understanding. It is a choice. As I say all the time, you get to decide. You get to decide how, if you choose to put it into practice, how will you put it into practice? Because wrapped up in that choice is an activity. If I choose to adopt this spiritual principle as the foundation of my life, what does that do in terms of how I will show up in action in the world? Because presence is not automatic. Presence is a chosen state. We choose to activate presence in our lives. That's what I have come to believe. And I'll tell you, the moment that I notice that I have left the present as the presence, I need to get myself back on track. Because usually that's when my life starts to go awry. That's when my life starts to fall apart, when I forget who I am. I am the presence. You are the presence. We are the presence. And so the moment that we notice we've left the present, we are back at the threshold of possibility, and the threshold is a choice. Will I activate in this moment? Will I activate in this moment something new to be expressed and experienced? So if I'm going to make it practical, if I'm going to make this a practical thing in our lives, I think we look at the way that we relate to presence in our languaging. Because I don't think the question should ever be, can I be present? can I be present within the context of this? It's will I be present? Because the possibility exists within you. The possibility exists within you to be the expression of divine presence in every moment. So not can I be present, can I be present? Will I be present? I think letting go of the notion of, you ready? We talk a lot about beliefs in this philosophy. And I say, well, I didn't coin this phrase, but I do utilize it a lot. It is done unto you as you believe. There's some guy who coined that phrase thousands of years ago. It is done unto you as you believe. And so we spend a lot of time deepening through classwork and spiritual practice to try to figure out what it is we believe. I can tell you the easy way to figure out what you believe. It's super easy to find out what you believe. Look at your life. Because everything in your life is a reflection of what you believe. And so I'm going to invite us to let go of trying to figure out what it is we believe and move ourselves into this. What will I practice? What will I practice? Because if I practice from the point of view of love only, how does my life show up? If I practice from the point of view of forgive everything, how does my life show up? If I practice the presence in remembering who I am, how does my life show up? So I think we need to stop trying to figure out what it is we believe. I think we just need to let it go and embody what it is we would like to experience. Love, forgiveness, and presence. That's what I'm choosing in this moment. We are living the life of God. We are living the life of God. Now, God, for some people in this community, is a scary word. Ooh, he said God. We are a spiritual community. We have relationships to words, right? And sometimes words are challenging. Words that we use are challenging because we have old paradigms that get brought into the present moment when we utilize some words. So if God is a challenge for you, I'm going to invite you into this. Just consider it good, orderly direction. Or greatness on demand. And when I say greatness on demand means like, I go to my Apple TV and I can watch pretty much any movie I would want to see ever on demand. God is presence on demand, right here, right now. Okay, so we are living the life of God, and presence, the concept of presence invites us to embody that. Myrtle Fillmore, so funny, we both mentioned Myrtle Fillmore today. Myrtle Fillmore had this to offer. She said this: God is life. We make that life into living. God is love. We make divine love into loving. God is substance. We take the substantial reality and bring it through into the manifest world. I'm going to say all of that again. God is life. We make that life into living. God is love. We make divine love into loving. God is substance. We take the substantial reality and bring it through into the manifest world. When she's talking about the substantial reality, she's talking about the capital R, divine reality that exists within each and every one of us. And as we address it from the point of view of presencing, then we bring it into our manifest world. So life into living, that's the first part of that quote. Life into living. Presence is how life becomes my lived day. It's not a foreign concept. I bring infinite divine life into the expression of living in my everyday interaction. And sometimes those interactions are great big interactions, and sometimes they are very, very small interactions. But 100% of it is living the divine life. And I can use it in constructive ways. I could use it in destructive ways. I think I'm going to choose the constructive. How about you? God is love, and we bring that divine love, we make divine love into loving. Presence is love. And presence makes divine love actionable. When we trust love as an aspect of our identity, love in activity is actionable. It is rooted in an awareness of how we choose to show up at all times. Are we choosing to show up as love only? I think everyone in this room, everyone who's connected with us online, I think we all endeavor to show up as love only. I believe that. When do we throw that aside, though? I've done that once or twice in my life, maybe a few more times than that. But it is a daily practice to show up as love. And that third part of her quote, substance into manifestation. This is the real heady part, okay? So just roll with me on this. Presence. When I say presence, do you realize that I'm using presence as a synonym for God? Have you figured that out yet? Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you were all on track with me. Presence gives form to the formless. That's the first part. Presence gives form to the formless. It is done through the choices that we make, through the priorities that we maintain, and through the way that we spend what I'm going to call our mental currency. Our mental currency are ideas. And so if I take this back and I say, we all have ideas. Y'all have ideas? Right? Your ideas are coming into manifestation through the way we address those ideas from the point of view of our divine identity being God or being the presence. And so in some ways, when we talk about that fifth principle, that it's about choice and about activating this beyond an intellectual understanding, this is what we're talking about. This is what it means to embody the divine as ourselves. I got called out when I was in ministerial school for using the word embodiment in a talk. I had a teacher say, no one's going to understand what you mean when you say embodiment. I'm like, well, I would like to think a little bit higher of my community. And then I was really snarky student. That reaction. They know me so well. Because I said, it doesn't matter if you, teacher, do not understand what I mean by embodiment. I know what I mean by embodiment, and I trust my community will know what I mean by embodiment. What it means is to understand that the wholeness of us, all of it, is divine. That substance, the form of our being, is God in expression. That's what she's saying, substance into manifestation. We are a divine idea in the infinite mind that we call God, and we are showing up accordingly. That's what we mean by embodiment. There is no aspect of our physical being or our energetic being or our spiritual being that is not wholly divine, because there can be nothing separate from God, because God is all there is. We go back to that first principle. God is all there is. I'm going to shake my finger at that. God is all there is. There can be nothing separate from the infinite. And so what are we called to do from that point of view? You know, I saw a few people, in fact, I've seen a few people come in today with their humankind t-shirts. Yes. And I love that we put those t-shirts out. It's not an original idea, but where it says humankind and then in parentheses it says be both, right? If you'd like that t-shirt, we do sell them in the bookstore. But that's the call. If we are understanding ourselves from the point of view of embodying presence, embodying a divine identity, embodying a Christ consciousness, however you choose to language it, Who will you choose to be? That t-shirt, I have to tell you, every time I put that t-shirt on when I go out in public, I think to myself, I have to live up to this principle today. I think I should have at least 7 of those t-shirts and wear them every single day. Because that reminder that I am choosing to live up to that principle directs the experience and expression of my life. There are many ways that we can honor and express the presence as the presence. I was really moved recently when I heard, because, I've read the Constitution of the United States of America. I've not read the Constitution of any other countries. But somebody pointed out to me that the Constitution of Germany, which was rewritten after World War II, the very first sentence of the very first article reads this way: human dignity shall be inviolable. I would call for a constitutional amendment in this country that adopts that sentence. Human dignity shall be inviolable. And what I take from that, what I think we can all take from that concept is this: everyone is sacred. Every single person is sacred. I meet and honor everyone as sacred. I often start the Sunday celebration by saying, as I look out and see the faces of God in every single person I encounter, I hold that to be part of the way that I choose to be in this world. Human dignity shall be inviolable. Now, one of the things that we're also taught in ministry is that it's always a good idea to include in your Sunday message a personal story. And I do endeavor to include personal anecdotes, personal things about my life. But today, something came up in me, and I thought, I want you to consider your personal story in relationship to what I'm talking about today. Consider the power of, and I'm going to give you, just for your reflection, a couple of different prompts. I want you to consider the power of either noticing a time you weren't present and you chose to come back to being present. That may spark an idea in somebody, right? Or noticing a time when someone's presence was a healing balm for you, because you can be that for others as well. Notice a time, perhaps a small, holy moment, where you can consider that in that experience, God was clearly expressing in this, that you can recognize the divine nature at the core of that expression. I want you to consider for yourself the stories that you hold to bring yourself back to an understanding of being the presence in every single moment. Now, I've just told you to think about a time when, right? See how easy it is to get off of this present moment? I want you to consider something that you think is going to happen in, an hour from now. An hour from now, my expectation is that we're going to be sitting in an annual meeting. That's my expectation. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. Ooh, I don't know. Something could happen in that hour that prohibits that meeting from unfolding. See how easy it is to fall off being in the present. When I'm not present, my tendency is to catastrophize. And that catastrophizing welcomes anxiety to be part of my experience. I had an experience driving home from Saddlebrook last week that was my mind catastrophizing. I'm not going to go into all of the nitty-gritty details, but as I was, well, maybe I am. As I was driving home, I texted my husband to say, I'm on my way, what do you want to do for dinner? It's a common text that we send back and forth to each other. I don't know if any of you have that experience. I didn't get a response, which is unusual, very unusual. And so I'm driving along. I thought, well, he's obviously otherwise engaged. And then I started thinking, I don't remember if he has taken the dog out. So I went to look at the Ring footage, my Ring camera on the doorbell. He hadn't taken the dog out since 10:30 that morning, and it was now after 6 p.m. And so I'm starting to catastrophize in the absence of information. And so I try to call, no answer. I try to call, no answer. I try to call, no answer. I am thinking the absolute worst. I am letting go of being fully, firmly rooted in the present moment and thinking about what am I going to walk into. It's very easy to fall off the present moment. I do want to let you know, I sent him a subsequent text message. I said, will you please call me? I'm spinning out of control. And he called me. And it was all fine. But I was forecasting. I was creating stories in my mind about the infinite possibilities that could unfold and freaking myself out over it. But had I remained true and in the present as the presence, I might not have done that. So I want to let you all off the hook. Practicing the presence ain't easy. I'm still working on it. Being here now is a call, and answering the call is active. If you have ever heard yourself asking, what can I do in any given circumstance, here's my response to that. Do what you can. If you're a healer, heal. If you are a connector, connect. If you are a speaker, speak. If you are an artist, this is my favorite, if you are an artist, create. Please create. If you're a disruptor, disrupt. If you're an organizer, organize. These are things that we can take into our lives beyond these walls to be more active as the presence in our society. Beingness comes from doingness. Sorry, that's not exactly how I wanted to phrase that. Beingness becomes doingness. That's what I wanted to say. Beingness becomes doingness. I always say that the power of prayer is the impulse within into action. That's how I know that my prayers are answered. So do what you do for the expression of a better world by doing something in this world. And may every step be an act of presence. May every encounter protect dignity, and may every gift be a blessing. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. I left my water over here. The life practice that I'm offering this week is simple, but maybe quite profound. I would like us to take this as our practice, not just this week, but in an ongoing way. 3 times daily, pause for a moment and affirm, I am here now. Let's just do that right in this moment. Take a breath. And just affirm within your own mind, I am here now. And so it is. And so it is. I invite us to relax right where we are. Deepening into an awareness of being the presence as the presence. Easeful and gentle.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love cover me, light any darkness. Love cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love cover me.
Taking this moment, this opportunity to allow ourselves to deepen into that understanding, taking a breath and affirming, I am here now. I am here now. And I am that I am. For there is nothing other than the infinite I am. And we are, each and every one of us, the outflowing of the presence. The wholeness of us is divine. There's no aspect of our being that is not pure love. And how we choose to utilize this infinite creative power, that is the blessing. And so I choose to be a blessing. I choose to live from the point of view of kindness and joy and creativity and intelligence and imagination. I choose to live a quality life. And I trust and know that each of us in our own unique way does the same. And so with gratitude for this teaching, with gratitude for this understanding, in deep gratitude and appreciation for all that has conspired to allow this moment to unfold in its perfection, I simply let it be. I relax, I trust, I know, and affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Love cover me. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love cover me. May my heart awaken, tenderness be proved. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love cover me, light any darkness. Love cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.
I just want to take a moment just to acknowledge the magnificence of this experience. And I invite us all to take a moment to just look around and acknowledge the magnificence sitting all around us. We are indeed a deeply blessed community, and there are many ways to support Unity of Tucson. You can give by electronic means, and if you are giving by cash or check, you can fill out an envelope, put it in there, and put it into the basket here by this door, or there's a container in the lobby as well. That is the manner of our giving these days, and I would like to invite, is it Cindy? Yes, it is Cindy. Cindy is going to guide us today in saying together our abundance prayer. Cindy Enquist, one of our glorious prayer chaplains.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I invite you all to celebrate our abundance by saying this prayer with me. I have the faith of the source as my instant and constant supply and supplier. I have the faith of the one to open ways when, to the human sense, there seems to be no way. I have the faith of the infinite to guide me in all ways, knowing health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. I am steeped in gratitude and appreciation for the abundant good now flowing forth, meeting my every need. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Let's find out what's happening at Unity of Tucson.
Good morning, Unity of Tucson. It's Sunday, February 1st, 2026, and here's what's happening in our magnificent spiritual community. The 70th anniversary Platinum Gala is quickly approaching. Press your party clothes, dust off those dancing shoes, and join us at Skyline Country Club March 14th at 4 p.m. as we honor the past and step boldly into the future. This will be an evening of celebrating our spiritual community. Purchase your tickets in the Desert Light Bookstore or online at unitytucson.com. The Prayer Fundamentals class begins this Tuesday, February 3rd. Are you ready to activate the power of prayer in your life? Join Dr. Jonathan in person or via Zoom for Prayer Fundamentals. This 6-week course explores the basics of affirmative prayer while helping put affirmative prayer to practical use. Whether you're simply longing to grow spiritually or seeking to train as a prayer chaplain, this class is for you. Sign up in the Desert Light Bookstore or online. Mark Ehrlichs is coming to Unity of Tucson on Friday, February 27th at 6:30 p.m. to lead a healing circle with a suggested donation of $20. On Saturday, February 28th, Mark will present an all-day spiritual healing workshop. Tickets for this event are $125, available in the Desert Light Bookstore. Mark has been described as sensitive, open, and uncensored. He uses his gift of healing to see into the source of pain, physical diseases, chronic discomforts, and emotional traumas. Be sure to join us for potluck in Harmony Hall following today's service. And after you enjoy some tasty nourishment, please join us in the sanctuary at 11 a.m. for Unity of Tucson's annual membership meeting. We'll celebrate our journey, hear what's unfolding, and take part in shaping our evolution as a spiritual cooperative. Your presence matters. And a reminder that our Sunday service time will be changing beginning next week. We're excited to bring back our 9:30 a.m. guided meditation, followed by our 10 a.m. celebration. Events, classes, connection. To find out more, look for the information boards in the lobby, Community Alcove, or the Desert Light Book and Gift Store. You can also refer to the weekly printed flyer or explore online at unitytucson.com. Make your week magnificent.
Yes, and it is the first Sunday of the month. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries on the first Sunday of the month. And so, as you were coming in, if you're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, you may have been invited to fill out a ballot for our drawing for acknowledging where we give some of our giving to the world. If you did not have an opportunity to fill out that ballot, you can still pick them up and fill out a ballot at the completion of the celebration. We'll do the drawing during the potluck. But if you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, we're going to sing happy birthday, but if you're celebrating this month, please feel free to identify yourself and let us sing to you. Anyone celebrating this month? Birthdays, anniversaries? Beautiful. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Yes, I love celebrating. And I am so grateful for everything that has conspired in the universe to make this experience happen here today. I want to say thank you to our Keepers of the Flames today, Diane Christie and Lorraine Pritz, for guiding us in the Flames of Faith ceremony. I'm going to say thank you to Sandy Solomon for your beautiful reading, affirmation, and prayer. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Cindy for guiding us in the blessing of today's offering. Sandy and Cindy will be available to you if you would like a moment of prayer following the celebration today. Feel free to see them. They will remain here in the sanctuary. And prayer is what we do here because that's how we direct our lives. And so please do seek them out if you would like a moment of prayer. Anyone wearing a purple stole is available as a prayer chaplain, so you can seek them out as well. Because Beryl's wearing her stole, so she says, yes, I'm ready to pray. Mary's wearing her stole. She says, yes, I'm ready to pray. So please do take advantage of our prayer consciousness here. I want to say thank you to everybody in the bookstore. I want to say thank you to our ushers and greeters, and I want to say thank you to our hospitality team. Prism Alliance today, helping out with our hospitality. I want to say thank you to our technical team, Don and Aiden and Jim and Gavin back there. Thank you so much for all that you contribute to this service. What an extraordinary music team we have. Aaron Anderson, Rafael Carruthers, Paul Gibson, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am not leaving her out, but I do want to highlight our extraordinary music director and guest musician today, Linda Ackerman. Not guest musician, but featured musician today. Yes. And thank you, each and every one of you, for making your presence known here. I am so grateful that we get to share in this cooperative community together. And as we complete our time here today, let's share together this prayer of divine awareness, which will guide us into our final song. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to move your body if you like. I love this song.
Make it a magnificent week. We'll see you at 11 for the annual meeting.